Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jesse and welcome back to Crazy Toots. Today we continue our Afrobeat 101 series. This is the second part 2, skills and chords. We already talked about how to make Afrobeat drum patterns in part 1 and we introduced this video in the previous part. So if you haven't seen those videos, I'll leave links to them in the description so you can check them out before you come here and then we'll move on. Alright. So today we'll be talking about skills and chords, alright? So before we start, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share with your friends, leave a comment. It helps us against the YouTube algorithm, alright? Thanks a lot as you do that. So what is skill? Skill is musical notes played or musical notes that sound good together, alright? This skill is like a direction for your music. Okay, the skill kind of shows you where you should walk or how you should walk. But mind you, music has no rules. Right? It's not like because you have a skill you cannot go outside the skill. Music doesn't have any rules. It only has instructions. It only has guidelines you should follow. But if you do not want, you can still go on your own and you still make lovely music. All right. So I just want to bring this to your notice because knowing the skill you're working on is going to help make your workflow a lot more easy. So, because if you know the skills you're working on, you would know the notes that would sound best in that skill. And when you're trying to write your melody out, you don't have to start trying out every single note. You can just click on the ones you know are in the right key. Okay, so for this, let's load up a piano sound. Let's use FL keys. Let's wait for that to load up. All right, it's done. So you right click on this arrow and we'll use dark piano. Okay, so let's. Sorry about that. So let me show you how to identify skills. All right, if you're using FL Studio, you can just come to this arrow here, go to views, and then you'd see skill highlighting. You come over here, you click, you select your key, your root notes, your key, and then you come select the kind of skill. So that different skills here, but the ones you want to use are minor, natural minor, or major. These are the two skills that would work for you. All right. These other ones are just modified versions of these ones. Okay. So let's select the minor scale. All right. So we are using A as our key. And as you can see, all white notes are in the key of A minor. All right. So that is if you're using FL Studio. But if you are not using FL Studio, let's just show you how to get your minor scale. All right. Now, to be able to do this step, you need to know how these keys are counted. All right. So when you move from this A to this A sharp over here, these black notes are called sharp or flats. All right. They are called sharp when they are in front and flats when they are behind. So these black notes here now can be either called A sharp or B flat. All right. So moving from this A here to A sharp is called a half step. Moving from A to B is called a whole step. All right. So to create a minor scale, we move one whole step, a half step, another whole step, another whole step, a half step, another whole step, another whole step. You have our minor scale. All right. While to make a major scale, still using A, we move one whole step, another whole step, a half step, another whole step, another whole step, another whole step, and a half step. So as you can see, all of these notes now are in the key of A major. Let's check that out. Views, scale highlighting, A major. You can see the highlighted notes are the same what we have. So, but today we want to work with the scale of A minor. So what do scales actually do? They give you a guide so that when you want to play your melodies or your chords, you know the notes that should be inside your music. Alright, the notes that should, not the notes that must. Alright, these are different things. The notes that should, not the ones that must. Alright, they should in the sense that it can be used, it might not be used, but these are the ideal notes. Sometimes it might go off, sometimes it might still be there, but these are the ideal notes that you should use. Alright, so that brings us straight to chords. Okay, so what are chords? So chords are 3 or more notes played simultaneously, played together, that sounds nice. Alright, so just like the scale, the two major chords are major and minor. That sounds right. Okay, the two main chords, that's better. Two main chords are major and minor. Major being the happy chord, minor being the sad one. Alright. You might ask, or you might say, since we're working on the key of A minor, does that mean that all the chords we play within the key of A minor has to be a minor chord? The answer is no. I'll get right into that right now. So, but first, let me show you how to make a major chord. Alright. This is the key of A minor. So let's try to play an A major chord in the key of A minor, and let's see if it's going to be on key. So the chord codes goes like this. This A being your root notes, or being the notes you want to play your chord from, we call this one 0. Alright? So now we count every note from A to A. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright? So now what we do here is you drop one note on your root note you want to play. Then you count from 0 to 4, making a major chord. Alright, you go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Add the notes here. Then you go 4, 5, 6, 7. So major chord code is 0, 4, 7. So now let's listen to how this sounds. See, this is A major chord, but as you can see, this C sharp here is not in the key of A minor. So playing an A major chord in A minor scale is off key, but it might just sound nice to what you want to do, then you might just leave it. Whereas to make a minor chord, all you just do is to move this center note downwards, and then it becomes a minor. This is A minor. As you can see, it's really bringing down the mood. So that's why the minor chords are called sad chords. Why the major chords happy chords. See the difference in the mood. This is major. This is minor. Sorry, and this is major. So you see, the major is more exciting. So this can like guide you. For instance, if you're making a happy song, maybe a dance song or something, you'd want to start with a major chord. But notwithstanding, that doesn't mean that every dance song starts with major chords. No. Some actually have sad chords and then exciting beats, and then you can just dance to it. Alright. So I think we are done with that. So making a minor chord is 0, 3, 7. Making a major chord 0, 4, 7. All right. So with that out of the way, let's try to create a chord for this drums we already have here. So what you want to do is to create a new pattern. Come up here to this plus icon, then click tick good. Let's add that to our playlist. So now let's come back to our piano, and I want to play A, but I want it to be a little bit long, this place. And then I want to play B, and then I want to play C, the same length as A, and then D. Alright, so now these are the root notes for all of the chords I want to play. So let's now build the chords. Alright, so we want to be, I want this to be a minor. So we go 3, 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, E. And then for this, then another way to get chords faster is your next note should skip one of the notes in your scale. So as this B is here now, we skip C and drop our next note on D. So then for the next one, skip D for our next note on F. So now if we count, as you can see, this is the scale for the next one. The chord for the next one. Then for this C, you go skip this one, drop this one here, skip this one, drop this one here. We're already building our chords. For D, same thing, you skip this one, and then you skip this one. So you can see there are more than one technique for you to write out your chords. You can either use the counting method, or you can just use this method I just showed you. Now let's listen to what we have. Okay, I think that sounds nice to me. What I want to do now is to randomize it. For that, we're going to click Alt R. Yeah, brings up the randomizer window. What this does is it sets different parameters to different, like, it makes the individual notes we have played in the chord. We can adjust different parameters individually. But for instance, this velocity knob, if you bring it down, you can see it's giving the keys different velocity. In that way, making it sound more humanized. All right. So let's listen to what it sounds like before, which is this. And now what it's going to sound like after we randomize it. So those keys that are low and others are high makes it sound more human. All right. So what I want to do also is, I think I want to strum this. What is strumming? Strumming is like playing the chords one after the other. That is playing the notes in the chord one after the other. Not playing them together as you're playing them here. That's like playing A first, then hitting C, then E, but then holding it as you go on. All right. So we can do that with FL Studio. Just have to click Alt S, brings up the Strumza, okay, Strumza window, and then you want to mess with this not velocity. You want to mess with the time knob, this strength, and then this tension. And let's listen. You accept. So that kind of gives it a mood. So now the mood is already sounding sad because we're starting with a major chord, a minor chord here. So, but for this C, just like the question I brought up that first in the beginning, if because we are working with A, does that mean that every chord has to be a minor chord? And the answer is no. Let me show you. So you can see here we have 0, 1, 2, 3 minor. For B, we have 0, 1, 2, 3 minor. For C, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 major. For D, we have 0, 1, 2, 3 minor. So as you can see here, even if we are playing this song in the key of A minor, we still have a chord here that is a major chord. But due to the context which is played, it's going to sound sad. Listen. Okay, it didn't sound all that sad, but it wasn't as exciting as it's going to be if it was actually played in a major scale. All right. So now we've added our chord. Now let's see how it's going to sound together with our drums. Let's now switch this to song mode and listen. Hey, vibe. Already feeling the vibe already. Like, oh, this is so mad. Like, this is fire. Hey, hey. So you see, making Afrobeat is not all that difficult. It's not a headache. It's quite simple and straight to the point. All right. So this is where we come to the conclusion of this video. Do not forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, tell them about this channel. All right. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers, please. All right. So next week we'll be coming back with the third part of this video, which is melody. So stay tuned as we build these beats from here to we conclude. Okay. Thank you all for watching and see you next time. Peace.